Hello friends, I am Dr. Radhika Kelkar. I am a psychiatrist, psychotherapist practicing in Akola. In this video, I will be discussing about learning problems in children that child may have if he is not able to perform well in studies, if he is not doing well in studies. We often see parents who are worried that their child is having some problems learning in school, he is not able to cope up. Now the thing is, there are various reasons for this, for school difficulties, but one of the most reasons is if the child has a specific learning disorder. Now what happens in this case is that child with this problem usually has a normal intelligence. He is intelligent enough, but due to some problems in the brain and because he has a learning disorder, teachers or even parents sometimes question his intelligence, that is he intelligent enough, is he actually having that capacity or not. And these children, by the way, are trying very hard to follow instructions, to concentrate and to in general be good in school or with their parents, but somehow they are not able to cope up with all the work that is being done because of their problem, and usually they fall behind compared to the other kids in school. So how can parents or teachers identify if the child is having a problem? There are certain signals, there are these frequent signals of learning disorder that the parents should look out if the child is having problems, and they include few signs. For example, difficulty in understanding and following instructions. Simple instructions, but the child is a little confused about them or forgets them easily. That is one sign. Then another sign is that the child has problems in remembering what someone just told to him. I mean, something happens in class, somebody says something to him and he just is not able to recall that, or he's not able to concentrate on what is being done or what is being said. Then there are problems in reading or writing, then especially spellings and math skills are poor, and this specifically comes under learning disorders, that is dyslexia or dysgraphia or dyscalculia, that is what we call it. Then there is difficulty in identifying the right from the left sides, or there is difficulty identifying words, and there is a tendency to reverse the things, like for example, number like 25 will be written as 52 or will be read as 52. There is confusion between B and D, that is similar looking letters, or there is confusion between small words like ON on becomes NO no. These are very common examples of mistakes that the child keeps on doing again and again in spite of having much training in that area, but these mistakes just happen very casually all the time. Then there are coordination issues. That is, children lack coordination. They have difficulty while playing sports. They have difficulty doing major physical activity or fine motor skills like holding a pencil, or even a very small example of this is they have problems in tying shoelaces or buttoning their clothes. That are the skills that they lack at times. Then they have a tendency to lose their things, tendency to lose their belongings, lose their school books, or lose their items, small items like a compost box or tiffin box all the time, and this happens very frequently with them. Then some children have difficulty in understanding concept of time. That is a very peculiar problem that these children face, that they have confusion between yesterday, today and tomorrow. Sometimes they confuse it while using it in a sentence. Also, these children sometimes have additional problem of being hyperactive. They cannot sit still at one place, and there is very easy distractibility. They'll get distracted at even a slightest amount of stimulation. They'll not be able to concentrate enough as compared to kids of their own age. So these are basically the signs that parents or teachers should look for if they are suspecting any learning problems in any child. Now the effects of all these problems can be reduced if early intervention is given, if the problem is detected in the early stages, and if treatment is given in the forms that are available, and the child can really cope and try to cope well with all these interventions. If not treated or if not diagnosed, there is something known as a snowballing effect. That is, the problem starts getting bigger and bigger as the child grows. Because if you can imagine that if the child has not learned for example in maths, if he has not learned to add in his primary school, do addition, subtraction, then obviously he won't be able to do complex mathematical calculations that are required in the further standards. So the problem starts with a small thing, but then it keeps on adding up if there is no intervention in between, and the difficulties for the child become bigger and bigger as he grows up. So these are basically the issues if the thing is not in the early stages. And also there is comorbid, sometimes these children are trying very hard to learn and they sometimes become really frustrated that why they are not able to do it, and they develop other problems, other emotional problems, like having a low self-esteem and getting bullied all the time or getting all the time in school or even at home. So they, in the background, they also start getting sometimes emotional problems, and they are an additional problem to their whole problem, and then it gets bigger, gets more complicated. So these things also should be looked out for if the child is having signs of depression or signs of low self-esteem and confidence. Sometimes some children also start misbehaving because they want to hide their problems. They don't want to look stupid. They would rather look bad instead of stupid, and they would rather be called as a mischievous child instead of being called as a stupid child. So that is what they try to cover that up, becoming more mischievous or by becoming a little troublesome for everyone. So basically these are the problems faced by a child and their immediate family, and these are the things that should be looked out for. So basically a comprehensive evaluation by an expert is required ideally, so that things like special education or maybe speech and language therapy, all these things can be administered, and we can try and help the child to cope in a better way. Sometimes psychotherapy also helps, family psychotherapy or individual psychotherapy, depending upon the condition, depending upon the case, and we can deal with hyperactivity or distractibility by giving medicines also. So these are basically the treatment modalities which are available and which should be given to any child facing problems. So in short, the most important thing is getting evaluated, getting diagnosed, and instead of ignoring it as a behavioral problem or just passing it off as if the child is just trying to be difficult or something like that. So getting evaluated early on would be the best decision in case of any learning problems that you suspect that the child is having. So this was about today's discussion. And thank you for watching. For more videos and more discussions about children or mental health, stay tuned to this channel. Thank you.